Enjoy this preview of Animalogy, a podcast about the animal-related words and expressions we use every day and how they reflect and affect our relationship with animals. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, spread the word, and support Animalogy, changing the way we think and talk about animals. An inauguration, in general, is the act of starting something, like a business or a practice or a podcast. But what, you ask, does this have to do with animals? What's the animalogy? Well, for the answer, we have to go all the way back to ancient Rome, when during the Roman Republic, religion was organized under a strict system of priestly offices, one of the most powerful of which was made up of the 9 augurs. The main role of the augurs was to interpret the will of the gods by studying and interpreting the omens, aka the auguries, a practice referred to as taking the auspices. An augur was literally a diviner of birds. I cannot overstate how influential the augurs were in terms of public and private matters in Roman society. The augurs were consulted prior to any major decision, be it related to war, commerce, religion, and they were depended upon to predict whether the undertaking in question was auspicious or inauspicious, favorable or unfavorable. The function of the augurs wasn't necessarily to tell the future, and certainly not to enact policy or take action, but to discover whether or not the gods approved of a proposed course of action, especially be it military or political. From the Latin noun augur was derived the verb inaugurare, to foretell the future from the flight of birds. And this term was applied to the installation of someone in office after the appropriate omens or predictions had been determined. And this became the word we use to elect politicians into office with the hopes that their inauguration will prove to be auspicious. The Latin word inauguratio referred particularly to the ceremony by which things or persons were consecrated to the gods. By the time inaugurare reached English as inaugurate and inauguration, the association with the divination of birds had been forgotten. So let's pause to take a look at a few words that may have stood out for you and see the animal lurking in their common root. In the words augur, auguries, inaugurate, inaugural, inauguration, auspices, auspicious, and inauspicious, we have the root word avis, A-V-I-S, which is Latin for bird, and which also forms our words avian, the adjective that means related to or pertaining to birds, aviation, referring to the design and use of bird-like aircraft, and aviator, the operator of such aircraft, and aviary, a place where birds are kept and confined. If you enjoyed this preview of Animalogy, I hope you subscribe on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts, or go to animalogypodcast.com to listen to the complete episode. Please share it with your friends, leave a review, and get written transcripts for each episode sent straight to your inbox by supporting it at patreon.com/Colleen Patrick-Goudreau. Animalogy, changing the way we talk and think about animals.